Hello and welcome to this short video on our app for Dynamics 365 Business Central, SD Data and GDPR Manager. The data management functionality in SD Data and GDPR Manager enables you to validate and enforce rules on the data entered into your Dynamics 365 Business Central database without the need to write any code. Creating user-definable rules allows you to validate your data entry and keep your data clean. The GDPR component of SD Data and GDPR Manager allows you to set up tables and fields to monitor for GDPR requests, enabling you to meet your GDPR requirements with the ability to log requests, respond on data held, encrypt fields, and redact information. The clever thing about SD Data and GDPR Manager is that the Data Manager component enables you to simply and easily validate and enforce rules on the data entered in your Dynamics 365 Business Central database without the need to write any code. With SD Data and GDPR Manager, you set up rules that allow you to validate your data entry and keep your data clean. Each rule has a condition that must be met before its validation is run. You also have the flexibility to bypass these rules for certain users or user groups. Among the clever features in the rules is that you can use a rule to set up field level security. Let's take a look at how this can be done. So we'll set up a rule for table 18, the customer table. When the table is modified, we'll raise an error, and we want to set up a rule that only the sales team can update the customer address. So we enter our description. And our condition, we'll put in our condition that the customer name has been entered, and we'll select our two address fields. So we choose field number 5, the address, and we'll set the type to security, and we'll also choose address 2, and we'll set the validation type on that to security also, and we'll enter a message that will appear to the user if they try to update the customer address. And we can again flag to bypass this rule for individual users or for user groups. Okay, so we'll go to the customers list and we'll try out our rule, and we'll see how the field level security rule we've set up works. So we'll navigate down to say customer 4000, Deerfield Graphics, and I'm not logged in as the user to bypass the rule, so I'll try and update the address and I should get the security level message, and there you can see it. So just revert the change, and it's as simple as that, without any need to write code. Let's take a look now at how the GDPR features in SD Data and GDPR Manager work. The GDPR functionality in SD Data and GDPR Manager allows you log requests and action responses to access, rectification, portability, erasure, restrict and encrypt. From the GDPR setup, simply select any table and any field to add to your GDPR monitored list. Here you can see the fields from the customer table which we have added to our GDPR monitored list. We can also set restricted field values. Our GDPR functionality easily allows you to search and set up the related tables and manage your fields and table relations for GDPR requests. Let's include the sales header in our GDPR monitored list. Once you have added your tables and fields to your GDPR monitored list, you can search, report, export, correct, erase, restrict or encrypt this data, all within your Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central database. Let's take a look at how we can log some of these GDPR requests quickly and easily. Let's take as an example a request for a right to information. Simply enter a comment, the search phrase that you want to search through your GDPR monitored tables and fields for, and the contact information of the person making the request. The right to information request has returned the following related records based on the search phrase entered in the request. You can open the record that has been returned by the search request. The search phrase has also been found on a number of sales header records. and also on the number of contact records. And for the information request, you can choose to run the information report. Having printed the information report, you can choose to complete the request. Let's now take a look at logging a GDPR request for encryption. Again, you enter your comment for the GDPR request, you enter the search phrase to inquire upon your data, and you enter the contact information. So here are all the records returned that have the search phrase of Patricia Doyle on the monitored records. So for just this customer record, we can choose to encrypt the record, and we can see now that the record has been encrypted with the encrypted format mask there of the asterisks, denoting that those fields have been encrypted. And back in the request card, we can update the request as complete. So you can see from those two examples, the GDPR component of SD Data and GDPR Manager enables you to meet your GDPR requirements. In this video, I've shown you how to use SD Data and GDPR Manager to create and enforce rules on the data entered in your database without the need to write code, and also how to set up field level security. We've also looked at how SD Data and GDPR Manager enables you to meet your GDPR requirements. Thank you for watching.